Next News Breaking News.
A Trump endorsement is a badge of honor in Republican politics, but in South Carolina tonight, voters are staring at a disturbing question. What happens when someone publicly tied to a Trump-endorsed campaign gets arrested after an alleged attack on a rival Republican supporter? No, this is not Democrat dirty tricks. This is not anonymous internet gossip. There's a court record, there's video, and there's a name. And there's a campaign connection that voters cannot ignore. Pamela Evette wants to be governor. President Trump endorsed her. So now the question is unavoidable. Does this reflect the standard of a Trump-endorsed campaign? Now, let's be crystal clear. See, President Trump is not responsible for the actions of every person who claims proximity to a campaign, but America First voters do expect discipline, accountability, and respect for the rule of law. And that's why the story matters. According to public reporting and a victim's account, a Nancy Mace supporter attended an event rally peacefully and was identified because of his political views and later became involved in a confrontation outside the event. Now, public records show that Blake Garrison Kirsch was arrested on June 8th and charged with assault and battery of the third degree. Public campaign materials also listed Kirsch as a member of Pamela Evette's campaign finance committee. Now, that means this is no longer just about one ugly moment in a parking lot. It's about whether Republican voters can support the candidate of their choice without being profiled, pushed out, or physically confronted. In a GOP primary, that is just unacceptable. Conservatives fight with ideas, ballots, and courage, and not intimidation. And while we're talking about recognizing danger early and acting before the crowd catches up, here's something else that smart Americans should be thinking about right now. See, if you could go back in time and buy oil before the world relied on it, would you? Well, of course you would. Anyone would. So why aren't you buying silver right now? The people who recognized oil early didn't just make money, they got ahead of one of the biggest economic shifts in history, and today a similar opportunity is unfolding with silver. Silver is more than a precious metal. It's a critical resource used in solar panels, electric vehicles, defense systems, AI infrastructure, and the machines powering the future. So that's why so many Americans are turning to Noble Gold Investments. To learn more, visit nextnewsgold.com, and you could receive a 1/10 ounce gold coin with a qualifying purchase. That's nextnewsgold.com before this window closes. Now back to South Carolina, because the deeper you look at the case, the harder it becomes for Team Evette to wave it away. See, here's the part they can't spin away with a slick statement. The arrest is documented, and the campaign connection was public. Evette's team says that Blake Kirsch was not an employee. Fine, but that's not the central issue that voters are asking. Whether he was publicly affiliated with the campaign when this happened, and whether a Mace supporter was singled out because he was just backing the wrong Republican. See, that's the new angle, and that's why this story is exploding far beyond one event in Greer. So let's get to the facts, shall we? The man publicly listed on Pamela Evette's campaign finance committee was arrested for assault and battery after allegedly attacking a Nancy Mace supporter outside a campaign event. The victim I spoke to personally says he was targeted for his political views. So the question is this the standard of a Trump-endorsed campaign? So this is the, you can see the image of the assault. We're going to show you the video in a minute. And circulating images of Blake Kirsch online show him in questionable attire. But the peaceful supporter was assaulted, allegedly, for supporting a rival candidate. So the opening post lays out the allegation against the Evette Finance Committee member. Now, General Mike Flynn even weighing in on the matter, calling it desperation as the parking lot video starts making the rounds. Mike Flynn, it's called desperation, fight, 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 win, win, win. So we're going to have more detail, but this is the video that has been circulating that's causing a lot of stir, even local press picking up on it as well. But we're going to take a look at this much closer because the reaction, the raw footage is getting amplified by Flynn. Next comes the paper trail, Greenview County court record showing Blake Garrison Kirsch charged with assault and battery of the third degree. So the case is pending. This is all public record that is now here, and the assault and battery in the third degree. So that's directly from the court filing, taking this from campaign spin to an actual criminal case. Now, Jackson Gosnell walks through the arrest report and the video claim that the Mace supporter was approached from behind. Pam Evette Staffer arrested for assault and battery on a Nancy Mace supporter. A supporter of Mace was allegedly assaulted by a campaign staffer for Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette outside Election Eve tour event in Greer, South Carolina. Staffer, identified as Blake Kirch, was caught on camera appearing to approach the Mace supporter from behind, lunging at them and fleeing with their property. According to the Greer Police Department, Kirch was arrested following the incident and released hours later on personal reconnaissance bond. Let's take a look at the video. This is the actual moment.
Oh my God, go.
So that's the moment. We have the charge and a clear account of what happened. Next, Nancy Mace actually goes on camera and unloads on Pamela Evette for refusing to forcefully condemn it out of the gate. And let's go to that.
I'm here today to talk about Pamela Evette. Pamela Evette is a disgrace. She is a disgrace to the office of the Lieutenant Governor. She's a disgrace to anyone running for governor. She's a disgrace to her campaign. She's a disgrace to women everywhere. And she's a disgrace to South Carolina. And oh, by the way, Pamela Evette is a disgrace to her home state of Ohio. I have never seen something more disgusting than the behavior last night that was caught on tape by one of Pamela Evette's staffers physically assaulting a Mace supporter yesterday during her campaign. She could have condemned this last night. She did not. She could have condemned this morning. She did not. She waited to say anything until it was found out that there was a tape of the assault of one of my supporters. That is not courage. That is cowardice. That is not a leader. That is a coward. And that coward is Pamela Evette. We've seen violence across the country, political violence. And today, even now, after she gave a statement through her campaign, can't even condemn the violence. She condemned anonymous texts yesterday. More. A violent assault by her campaign against one of my supporters today. It is disgusting. I don't even think she qualifies to be in the lieutenant governor's seat. I think this kind of behavior and the lack of moral courage to condemn political violence is disqualifying for anybody running for office anywhere. I am so grateful that my supporter respects the First Amendment, that he's physically okay, but this kind of violence should not stand. And I thought her comments through her campaign, she couldn't even speak about it. She went through a campaign messenger. She couldn't even fire this staffer. I think he resigned from her finance committee of his own will. It's still not clear if he's being paid by the campaign. Many people on finance committees are 1099 staffers and employees. So I think she's lying about his involvement with the campaign. They promoted him as one of her staffers throughout the campaign. And she couldn't even condemn the violence. She said she was disappointed. Well, that's nice. Because there are people today like Donald Trump who've been shot because of their political beliefs. There are people that are sitting in jail right now because of violent threats against the president, against political officials like myself and others. And so I'm here to condemn her comments. She, quite frankly, should drop out of the race. Her comments, the behavior of her campaign is disqualifying for anybody running for office.
Strong words from Nancy Mace there. Made the direct test of leadership and accountability. Now, Fitz News connects the arrested man back to Evette's own finance committee list and puts the campaign roster next to the court docket. A top member of Pam Evette's campaign finance team, Blake Kirch, arrested on Monday. Still working to confirm whether the charge is tied to the video footage we posted. Of course, it was. But this is the article, a snapshot of an article that has been circulating online that is from a Catholic news agency. The campaign finance committee consists of, and you can see it right there on your screen, and we go right there, and there is Blake Kirch's name. So clearly listed as the campaign finance committee for the Evette campaign. So the side-by-side is a problem for Team Evette. The name is on the committee list, and the arrest record. Next, Mace War Room brings viewers back to the scene with the video clip they say captured the confrontation itself. So I'll let you watch this in full, and it is rather disgusting. Takes his hat off, getting ready.
Hold on. This dude in a Pamela Evette hat just like walked by like he about to do something. Let me record this real quick. That dude right there in the flag.
Oh yeah, he was one of the people. He has
he's one of the guys.
Ugly hat.
Yeah, he just pulled his hat off like he was about to go do something.
behind him.
Oh my
And
God.
there's the assault,
Go.
all caught on video. So you saw the grassroots account zero in on the moment before the clash. Now even local NBC affiliate WYFF picks it up, pairing Mace's condemnation with Evette's response and the street footage. Local NBC affiliate WYFF reporting on the assault that's shaken South Carolina's Republican primary. The supporter of Mace was allegedly attacked outside an Evette campaign event. The accused was later arrested and charged with assault and battery of the third degree. Now voters are asking, how did political disagreement escalate into physical confrontation inside a Trump-endorsed candidate's orbit?
Oh my God.
Go.
I have never seen something more disgusting than the behavior last night that was caught on tape by one of Pamela Evette's staffers physically assaulting a Mace supporter.
I don't tolerate violence on any level, was not employed by the campaign. I think my team has put out a statement on that this morning. And so, you know, again, very sad.
Hold on. This dude in a Pamela Evette hat just like walked by like he about to do something. Let me record this real quick. That dude right there in the
Video
flag.
shared by Michelle
Oh yeah, he
Sheriff.
was one of the people. He has
Yeah, he's one of the guys.
Ugly hat.
Yeah, he just pulled his hat off like he was about to go do something.
Again, there is the video of the assault.
Oh my God.
Go.
So WYFF reporting Greer Police Department incident. Blake Garrison Kirch, 27, charged with third-degree assault and battery. WYFF confirming the news. So local TV carrying it. So it stops being niche campaign dust up next. The race itself tightens with Fitz News reporting Evette is headed to a runoff for the GOP nomination. And then there were two. Pamela Evette and AG Alan Wilson are headed into a runoff election for the coveted South Carolina GOP gubernatorial nomination. So we have that. The runoff changes the stakes. Now, Attorney General Alan Wilson moves to consolidate the anti-swamp vote, pitching himself as the conservative fighter for supporters of Evette's defeated rivals. He posted that South Carolina families sent a clear message. They want a governor who will fight for families, lower costs, keep communities safe, and put taxpayers first. Conservatives said this office must be earned and not arranged. And to those who support Congressman Norman Reddy or Congresswoman Mace and State Senator Kimbrell, Wilson Reichelbach is your team. I will fight for you, your family, and the conservative values we share. Together we can lower costs, keep communities safe, and put taxpayers first, and bring a new era of conservative leadership to South Carolina. The work is not finished. On to June 23rd. Welcome to the runoff. So this news is breaking just as the primary comes to a close and the runoff begins. Wilson already making his runoff pitch directly to South Carolina conservatives. Next, Fox Carolina sets the big clash. Evette and Wilson agreeing to face off in a televised debate next week. So Pamela Evette, Alan Wilson have agreed to participate in a runoff debate. Fox Carolina will carry the exclusive debate on air. No doubt this event that we're reporting on now is likely going to come up in that debate. Alan Wilson is quite the debater. From what I've understood, Pamela she may or may not actually show up to this debate. She's really far behind in the polls. A new poll just came out showing Alan almost 10 points ahead of her already. And no doubt this news is going to drag her campaign down even further as more news develops. So what does it really mean? It means that South Carolina Republicans are now in a runoff where character, judgment, and campaign culture are on trial right alongside policy. Fitz News reported that Kirch was on Evette's finance committee. Local television picked up the story. Nancy Mace called it disqualifying, and now Alan Wilson is heading into a June 23rd runoff against Evette after conservatives sent a message that this office must be earned and not arranged. President Trump endorsed Evette because voters expect winning conservative leadership. Well, that endorsement should elevate standards and not lower them. Now, no evidence shows Evette ordered this attack. We're not saying that, but voters have every right to demand answers, condemn the conduct, and insist that the America First banner never, ever becomes cover for intimidation. So here is the bottom line. Political violence is wrong. Political intimidation is wrong. It does not matter whether the victim supports Nancy Mace, Pamela Evette, Donald Trump, or anyone else. Republicans are supposed to be the party of law and order, backbone, and open debate. If a supporter of one GOP candidate can be targeted outside another GOP event, then every voter should be asking what kind of campaign culture allowed that to happen. Pamela Evette has a chance right now to answer the hard questions, fully condemn the conduct, and prove this does not reflect her campaign or President Trump's standards. Until then, the questions remain, and they should remain. South Carolina voters deserve facts, accountability, and confidence that June 23rd will be decided by ballots, not bullying. If you believe every campaign should denounce violence, immediately share this report, subscribe to the channel, and comment below yes or no. Should this incident disqualify anyone tied to it from a governor's race? And let's stay connected. Make sure you text those 2 words, raw feed, to 844-840-4963. We're cutting out the middleman, going direct to you. We don't need to wait for YouTube's notifications that never arrive. I will send notifications direct to you every single night. And time to celebrate, right? It's America 250. It's on the horizon. We got the big UFC fight this weekend, so make sure you celebrate with us by going to the Next News merch shelf below this video or checking out shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.